Hey guys, Dan back here. What a Monday Night Raw last night. We're going to do a quick review here. So anyways, Michael Cole and Jerry Lawler, looks like they'll put an end to this thing pretty quickly. Raw would open with just CM Punk and Lawler at the announce table. Michael Cole would come down to the ring and say how he regrets what he's done. Lawler would be looking to add more damage to Michael Cole, but the GM would have no part of that, saying he's putting in a cease and desist on Michael Cole and Jerry Lawler, and whoever violates it will be terminated. He expects them to shake hands, and of course that ends it. You know, they're gonna shake hands and that. But the point was is that there was at least a little confrontation. You know, they weren't just sitting next to each other at the announce table, and it was like all raindrops and candy canes and gumdrops and everything's okay. There's, you know, it was addressed that, hey, you know, these two guys, he cost him something big, and there's this confrontation, but, you know, it was like the boss came out and said, listen, you guys are here to do a job. I don't want to hear this anymore. Shake hands, do your job. So it was addressed, and it was like it was dealt with, and I can be satisfied with that. But at least it was addressed, and it was just not left. But anyways, Lawler would shake Cole's hand, but as Cole was turning away, Lawler would pull him in with that handshake and say, no physicality, but somebody wants to talk to you. Orton would come out to the ring, say he would have done the same thing the Miz did if he had the briefcase, and he's going to get his title back tonight, though. And Miz would come out and basically tell us that he doesn't need to defend the belt till TLC, which he'll defend the belt against Orton at TLC December 19th on pay-per-view. So we'll have the WWE Championship match of Orton and Miz for the WWE title at TLC. And but he's not going to tell us what kind of match it is yet, because he gets to choose the match, but he's going to tell that later tonight. And Alex Riley challenges Orton, and Orton accepts and tells Riley that there's one thing he can still do very well despite his bad leg. Turning around slowly, Michael Cole, with a little push from Lawler, would walk right into an RKO, and of course that would get a big reaction. First little dispute, or beef, I guess. Miz, or Alex Riley, actually, to be precise, is still carrying around that Money in the Bank briefcase. Don't know the point of that. It's stupid. I don't know why they're carrying it around. And it's not worth the time. Daniel Bryan and Brie Bella against Ted DiBiase and Maurice. Maurice would have Brie Bella pretty much done, have her back turned for a minute. Nikki would roll out Brie and replace her. Maurice would turn around, and Nikki would get the roll up, small package, 1, 2, 3, a Killer Bee finish. Killer Bees were a tag team in the 80s, if you didn't know. You can just probably search them up on YouTube here. And you can probably get some videos of the Killer Bees, and you can see who they were. But they were a tag team in the 80s. They were twins. They were pretty much the Bellas, except male. And they looked exactly the same, pretty much the same outfit, ring outfit, and, you know, the exact same ring outfit, basically. And they did the same kind of thing. And really, they don't know what to do with Daniel Bryan, and they don't know what to do with Ted DiBiase. I was getting an idea in my head that maybe DiBiase's paying the Bellas to, like, get Bryan off his game, and that's when he'll swoop in and get the U.S. belt. But that may be something. Or they just don't know what to do, and they're having them face each other millions of times. And maybe if they don't have anything, I suggest maybe Daniel Bryan and R-Truth. That might be at least a decent kind of mid-card U.S. title feud storyline, and maybe a good match at a pay-per-view. So we would have new tag team champions. You probably know Santino and Valdemir would win it in a 4-way elimination tag team match. The Nexus, Gabriel, Slater against Mark Henry, and Yoshitatsu, and the Usos. The two teams would be, at the end of it all, Slater and Gabriel against Santino and Valdemir. Cena would jump the barricade again. He's fired, yet he still continues to jump the barricade. And he, actually, no, he wouldn't jump the barricade, sorry. He came from underneath the ring. Yeah, John Cena was hiding underneath the ring. So I guess Hornswoggle snuck him in underneath the ring. But whenever Cena was underneath the ring, he got onto the apron, distracted Gabriel, and Gabriel would turn around into a Cobra, and we got the 1, 2, 3 new champs. Santino's been a joke for the longest time. I'm liking that they're letting him get a little more offense in and letting him actually hit that Cobra, and it was a good push for Santino, and I'm actually happy about it. I'm a Nexus fan, but it was nice to see Santino get the win. Next, I made some notes here, sorry. Oh yeah, Santino. Sheamus would come out for his coronation ceremony, and Morrison would come out, and Sheamus would say he's jealous, and ask him to kiss his feet, and Morrison was not going to do that, and they brawled, and Morrison got the upper hand, and it looks like they're going to keep this going for a bit. But one thing, Sheamus did mention that, he's the king now, and he even ended the career of Triple H, the King of Kings, and he knocked him off the throne. Triple H comes back. Sheamus says he knocked me off my throne. Well, I'm going to take my throne back because I am the King of Kings. It's, they're basically, some people wanted it where Triple H just shows up out of complete surprise, but with lines like that, they're pretty much adding ammunition to the fuel where any day, every day, people are going to be wondering when is Triple H coming back? Triple H has been my favorite since I was 7 years old, so I'm even looking forward to the return of the game, and I think they're just going to keep dropping lines maybe, and then eventually Triple H will appear, and I'm thinking WrestleMania, Triple H and Sheamus in some sort of match for like a throne or a crown of the WWE or something, and it'll be the two kings colliding, and Sheamus and Triple H. I can see that some big WrestleMania match actually. Then we would have Melina against Natalia, and that's when we would have Lay Cool actually at ringside, or well, not at ringside, but at the announce table doing commentary, and CM Punk. You have to excuse me. I had some notes written down. I'm trying to read them here, but I can't find what I wrote down for the rest of the show, so I'll explain it. So after Sheamus and Morrison have their little interaction, and Morrison and him brawl, and Morrison's on top, and Morrison's standing tall, we have Melina and Natalia Neidhart. Actually a good wrestling match, head scissors, body scissors, they're a good exchange of moves, and they're actually having a great wrestling match. Thank you, Fit Finlay. Although Natalia could probably wrestle in the first place, and Melina, she maybe was pretty much there. Maybe Fit Finlay's worked with her. Maybe Fit Finlay's worked with all the divas, but Natalia, I would think, just being a Hart, having that Hart name, probably had a lot of skills in the first place. But I know Fit Finlay is an agent / producer, I've heard, and does work with the divas. So it was a good match, and Lay Cool, of course, doing commentary. CM Punk dropping a line, "You guys are really beautiful people." A TNA reference. That was something people were picking up on, a TNA reference to the beautiful people, and I guess Lay Cool's similarities. Natalia would pick up the win, and afterwards Lay Cool would attack her. But the thing was is that Lay Cool, Layla and Michelle both had to keep holding down their dresses. That's the thing. I always see divas coming down to the ring for attacks, and they always can't do moves because they have to hold down their dresses. Don't wear tight dresses to do an in-ring attack. Wear jeans and a t-shirt. Don't wear dresses to do an in-ring attack, and then because it just looks stupid because you can't execute properly. So dress code for the divas for sure, for out-of-ring gear, for like how they should be when they're not in ring gear. definitely jeans and t-shirts and, not dresses so that they can do stuff in the ring, you know. Basically, then we would have Orton and Randy Orton and Alex Riley. Nothing spectacular, nothing that great. It was Alex Riley working on Orton's leg for a bit. Then it was Riley working on Orton's leg. Orton would come back. Orton dropping for that RKO, and then Miz coming in, skull crushing finale, and pulling out a table, revealing that it's going to be Orton versus the Miz, TLC WWE title on the line in a tables match. Go to put Orton through the table, doesn't work out. Orton goes to put Miz through it. Miz escapes, takes his title and starts heading up the ramp. Orton looks to see Alex Riley still in the ring. Orton picks up Riley, power bombs him through the table, and kind of sending a message to the Miz. So then we would end the show with Wade Barrett coming out and calling out Cena. And Cena basically said that, hire me back, the attacks on the Nexus stop. You, though, you're still going to get attacked. Don't hire me back, and I'll continue to still attacking them. And then Barrett says, before this had all started, that if Cena made any threats to him, he was going to call the Nexus down to beat him within an inch of his life, basically. And so Barrett says, that's a threat. Nexus, come down and beat him. Beat him up. And one by one, they each turn around, go to the back. And Cena attacks Barrett, gets him to the outside, clears off the announce table, and brings the steps over to the announce table. Poor CM Punk gets his Diet Coke knocked again, and I think Cena hands him his Diet Coke, and CM Punk throws it. And he's asking him, "What are you doing? You're fired. Get out of here. What are you doing?" And John Cena almost AAs Barrett onto the announce table, but Wade Barrett was able to get away and run up the ramp and to the back. And then here's the big thing. Cena gets in the ring, and he's celebrating. He's posing. Doing the yeah, and he's celebrating, right? He's on top of the world. He's fired. He's fired. But we still hear his ring music. There you go, ladies and gentlemen. You're fired. The Ultimate Warrior's music is not still in the system for WWE. He doesn't work there anymore. So the Ultimate Warrior's music is not in the system. Shawn Michaels doesn't work there anymore. So his music's probably not in the system. If Michaels is going to appear one night, they know in advance, so they're going to make sure his music's put into the system, in the production booth, whatever. But, it's probably not in there at the time. So if you're fired, your music isn't, a fingertip away. He's fired. He doesn't have ring music. He doesn't work there anymore. But they play his ring music. What WWE, person is gonna play his ring music? He doesn't work there. That's an argument. It's like the barricade thing. People are gonna say, can I jump the barricade? Well, it's the same thing, If I go into the ring, am I gonna get music? It's just stupid stuff with Cena. And I just hope, basically, Barrett, before Raw goes off the air, Barrett runs to the back and asks them, what are you doing? And they tell him, Otunga tells Barrett, either you hire Cena back so that the attacks on us stop, or you're out of Nexus. And personally, I just want to see Wade hire Cena back, because I'm tired of being made to look like I'm an idiot. I hate the whole Cena fired thing. Cena's not fired. He's very much hired. And they should have never done it from the beginning. Thanks for listening. Leave your comments and concerns in below. See you next time. Peace.